Very good morning, all of you. In our previous lecture, we have completed the first type of electronic displacement, that is resonance. Now, two more are remaining. Second one is your inductive effect, and third one is your electromagnetic effect. So we'll talk about inductive effect and electromagnetic effect in detail in our today's lecture. So let us take first inductive effect. Whenever an atom having different electronegativity than carbon atom is attached with the carbon atom, then due to electronegativity difference between the atom attached and the carbon atom, the shared pair of electrons, I am talking about the single bond, the shared pair of electrons will be slightly displaced towards the more electronegative element or an atom. As a result of which, partial positive charge and partial negative charge will be developed. Like, let us take example of CX. Here, X is the halogen atom. It can be fluorine, bromine, chlorine or iodine. Halogen atoms have more electronegativity than the carbon atom. So this halogen atom will attract the shared pair of electrons towards itself, as a result of which delta minus, that is partial negative charge, will be generated over atom X, and the partial positive charge will be generated over carbon atom. Polarity will be developed in the bond. So whenever such type of electronic displacement is observed along the carbon chain, then this type of effect is called inductive effect. It is of two types. First one is called minus I effect and second one is called plus I effect. Minus I is called electron withdrawing effect. Plus I is called electron releasing effect. So whenever an atom or a group is withdrawing the electrons from the carbon chain, making carbon chain electron deficient in nature, because electrons are moving away from the carbon chain, then such type of groups exerts minus I effect, or it is called electron withdrawing effect. Here F is exerting minus I effect because it has attracted the shared pair of electron towards itself and creating electron deficiency over the carbon atom. So whenever electrons are displaced away from the carbon chain, then this type of effect is called minus I effect. Now opposite one is your plus I effect, or it is called electron releasing effect. Whenever branching is there, whenever branching is present, then branching part of the structure of the compound have the tendency to release the electron towards the parent carbon chain, as a result of which electron density will be increased in the parent carbon chain. Then such groups are said to exert plus I effect or electron releasing effect. Now here, if we talk about minus I effect, then NO2 group is the group which exerts maximum minus I effect due to presence of three electronegative elements. One is nitrogen and two is oxygen, followed by fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. Then we are having methoxy group, then we are having OH group, and here is your phenyl ring. When from benzene one H is replaced, we get phenyl group. So phenyl group also exerts minus I effect. While if bronzing is there, with the carbon atom we are having three CH3 group attached. Then all the CH3 group will release their electron or the bond electron towards the carbon atom. So presence of 3 CH3 will exert maximum plus I effect, followed by CH3 whole twice CH, then CH3 CH2, and at last we are having CH3 group. So it is about inductive effect. Remember, it is a type of permanent effect. Whenever electronegativity difference is there, this type of effect is always there. We cannot stop the electronic displacement. Now, the second one, electromagnetic effect. In presence of attacking reagent, the electrons of the double bond are completely shifted towards one of the atom. So here, the complete transfer of pi electrons or double bond electrons towards one of the atom in presence of attacking reagent is called electromagnetic effect. In inductive, we don't need any attacking reagent, and this is the electronic displacement present where single bond is there, sigma bond is there. But for electromagnetic effect, we require presence of double bond and presence of attacking reagent. So what will happen in presence of Cn minus, the attacking reagent? The pi electrons will be completely transferred towards more electronegative oxygen atom. As a result, carbon will develop plus charge and O will develop minus charge. Here we are having delta plus and delta minus, partial positive and partial negative, because here the electronic displacement is not complete, but here electronic displacement is complete. That's why we are getting complete positive and complete negative. Now, after the development of plus and minus over carbon and oxygen, two conditions are possible. Condition first, Cn minus ion may attack over carbon atom. As a result, we will get the product. And condition number second, Cn minus group can be or is moving away without reacting with the species formed here. So in case first, reaction is taking place between Cn minus and C plus. But in second case, reaction is not taking place between Cn minus and C plus. So what will happen to this bond, that is C single bond O? The electrons or the pi electrons or the double bond electrons which have moved towards oxygen atom will come back between carbon and oxygen, and it will gain its original state, this form. So here we can say that it is a temporary effect. if reaction is not taking place, or the attacking reagent is moved away without the chemical reaction, without having any reaction with the organic molecule or the reactant, then the organic molecule or the reactant will acquire its original state. So this effect is temporary, while this effect is permanent. Delta plus, delta minus will always be there because it does not depend on the presence of attacking reagent. Now, it is also of two types, plus C effect and minus C effect. A very simple difference is there. Let us say plus C effect first. There is a double bond between carbon-carbon atom and we need the presence of double bond for electromagnetic effect. And let us say H plus ion is coming for the chemical reaction, or it is the attacking reagent here. So in presence of H plus ion or the attacking reagent, electromagnetic effect will be operated between carbon-carbon. So pi electrons or the double bond electrons will be shifted towards the carbon atom, any of the carbon atom. As a result, it will acquire minus charge and it will acquire plus charge. It is minus, it is plus. So H plus ion will attack over negatively charged carbon atom, as a result of which this species will be formed. So pi electrons are transferred towards this carbon, and the attacking reagent is also attacking on the same carbon. So when attack and transfer of electron is on the same electrons, in the same carbon, then the effect is called plus C effect. Second case, C double bond O being more electronegative will attract the double bond electron to itself. So in presence of Cn minus ion, electromagnetic effect will be operated between carbon and oxygen bond. C double bond O. Pi electrons or double bond electrons will be moved towards oxygen atom. So it will acquire plus charge, it will acquire minus charge. Pi electrons are transferred towards the oxygen, while Cn minus is attacking over the carbon atom. So when attack of attacking reagent and transfer of electrons takes place in opposite direction, then this effect is called minus C effect. So a simple difference is there between the two effects. It is temporary, it is permanent. No need of attacking reagent, attacking reagent is required. Slightly transfer of sigma electrons or sigma electrons, while here complete transfer of pi electrons or double bond electron takes place by the help of inductive effect and electromagnetic effect. Most of the chemical reactions can be explained. So whenever we are talking about chemical reactions, inductive effect and electromagnetic effect will help you for forming or for getting the correct product. If you don't have any idea about I effect and E effect, then you will not be able to complete the chemical reaction. That's all for today. Thank you.